Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Adventure Comics number 342, published in March 1966, with story by Edmond Hamilton and art by Curt Swan. And in part one, Starboy killed a man who was attempting to murder him. And although he was found not guilty by the police, the Legion rules say that if you kill someone, you will be ejected from the Legion. So right now he's on trial to determine whether he's going to be kicked out of the Legion. His defense attorney, or acting attorney, is Superboy. The prosecutor is Brainiac 5, and the judge is Saturn Girl. You have 30 minutes, Dream Girl. Superboy said to tell you he's engaged in some super fast research tonight. He hopes to dig up evidence to get you acquitted. Dream Girl, I'd rather see you here than anyone else in the universe. You have the power of looking a few weeks into the future, so do so now to see if I'll be acquitted. I've been afraid to do that, but if you insist, but she can't do it. It's just too painful. Meanwhile, Superboy is out there doing research. In the first, in part one, Brainiac 5's prosecution basically rested on the fact that the various Legion members had faced death before, but they'd always resisted killing, whereas Starboy didn't, which I don't think really is a proper prosecution argument. But Superboy is trying the opposite, which is to find situations where they did apparently kill, but cannot find one. So in here we have Duo Damsel splitting herself in two to, I guess, confuse this Jovian Mastodon, so she did not kill it. Matter Eater Lad uses his ability to eat part of the gun, so again, uses his power rather than to kill. But Superboy comes along a video. This is it. This record may save Starboy, but the trial's beginning right now. I have no time to see it all. Okay, that's really dumb, as you'll see. Meanwhile, the other members of the Legion head back to witness the trial. Even the substitute heroes are watching. I hope Starboy is found innocent. It'd be terrible to be one of the superheroes and then be expelled. So they return to trial. The court-martial is in session, but where's Superboy for the defense? Here, whew, I just made it. You may proceed with the defense. I ask for that the code be changed to make the taking of life, if done to save the innocent lives, permissible. There's a valid precedent before Starboy killed in self-defense. Another Legionnaire also did the same thing. What? Who? This is Brainiac 5, and then he shows a video of Brainiac 5 shooting this person. I don't deny I shot him. I see you didn't run all the tape, Superboy, which, okay. I had no time to run more of it. The trial was just beginning, but no further evidence can disprove that you killed that man in self-defense. But turns out it was not a man, it was a robot. If Superboy had just looked a little further. The first Brainiac was secretly a computer in human form. He was the foster father of Brainiac 2, my direct ancestor. Brainiac had made others like himself, fearing I knew too much about them. They sent a robot killer after me. Okay, so there's a lot of information there, but it's a bit confusing. Is Brainiac still alive in the 30th century? But there's other things that are... So it seems like he's not a direct ancestor of Brainiac, because Brainiac was a robot, and he isn't. Anyway, it was the mechanical robot killer I destroyed. Your precedent is of no value, Superboy. Go on with your defense. It's going to be all right, isn't it, Superboy? You'll get me acquitted. Don't worry, Starboy. I haven't even begun to fight, but it turns out that he actually has nothing. But he comes up with an idea. He goes to the zoo. It's the most deadly of all animals, the Saturnian scorpion beast. See, its claws drip a powerful acid. The floor and bars of the cage are made of lead to resist that acid. Kind of like the alien from Alien. So he goes back to the trial, and all of a sudden the Saturnian scorpion one jumps right into the courtroom. Run, Brainiac 5, run! But Brainiac 5 is not scared. I'm in no danger. The scorpion beast is a fake, for its claws do not drip acid, which would eat into this ordinary floor, so it's either an illusion or Prody. It's Prody. This was all Superboy's plan, which I don't know. I feel like it should be just a mistrial. I got Prody to do that after showing him the monster. I was sure some Legionnaire would try to kill the Scorpion Beast. I could have moved super fast to shield Prody, and I would have helped our case. No, I don't think that. I don't think he would have. So Brainiac 5 says, I agree with Superboy that a change in the code to allow the taking of life in self-defense should be studied in the near future. Then you've won your case, Superboy. If the code is changed, I'm cleared. No change that may be made in the future alters the fact that Starboy broke the code as we have it now. You've seen the evidence. I demand the extreme penalty expulsion from the Legion. Will you expel Starboy, shatter his career just because he defended himself from a ruthless murderer? Think, you may be in that position yourself someday. I ask you to acquit him. To all Legionnaires here and on the distant planets, you have seen and heard all the evidence. I call for you to vote by monitor board. Is Starboy guilty to be expelled or not guilty? And then we have a rather tense a series where all of the voting comes in, and all the girls are voting to not expel him. And I guess Superboy thinks it's because of his romance with Dream Girl. Although originally the girls didn't like Dream Girl. Mon-El and Ultra Boy also vote not guilty. Mon-El, being invulnerable like me, and Ultra Boy, who can become invulnerable, have the same views I have on others. Right to self-defense, because they sympathize with Starboy because they themselves cannot be hurt. But we have Lightning Lad not guilty. We have Cosmic Boy guilty. We have Colossal Boy guilty. We have Jimmy Olsen guilty, but Supergirl not guilty. And Matter Eater Lad and Invisible Kid both guilty. Starboy, the Legion has judged and by a majority has found you guilty of breaking the code. You are hereby officially expelled from the Legion of Superheroes. I can't bear to see his face as he leaves. None of us can. I can't quite realize it, Dream Girl. I'm through as a Legionnaire. No more palling around with the superheroes. I'm all alone. You're not alone, Starboy. Look, I joined the Legion of Substitute Heroes, and they want you to join too, Starboy. It's true, Starboy. We offer you a new start as one of us. I'd be honored, Polar Boy. Goodbye to the Legion. My last look. Don't look back, Starboy. Look ahead. We have new careers before us, a new life together. Starboy is the 4th Legionnaire to meet disaster. Who will be the next victim of the Legion jinx? See April issue. I really liked this story. First of all, this is for real. Starboy legitimately has been expelled, and he will be expelled for quite some time. I don't remember how long before he returns, but I think it's a pretty long time. I like the fact that this is a real world issue. Now, as to the prosecution and defense, not so good. I think that Superboy had very good arguments for defending, but his method of trying to find an example of a Legionnaire that killed was not good. So I think overall, particularly during this era, this is one of the best stories. It could have been improved. Maybe Edmond Hamilton could do a little research on how a court case is run. But overall, I think it was really good. And again, I like the fact that it was addressing a real world problem. And the voting was very close. So he lost just by 1 vote. So that was a good one. I liked that one. Kudos to Edmond Hamilton.